Hello and welcome to an episode of Space Engineers. Now, I just recorded an episode, but I messed it up because I couldn't show you what I wanted to show you. Right, so this is, those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Table, and I've recently been suffering from a crisis of lack of internet, which has now been solved. But I've been asked what was I doing in the break, and what I was doing for the most part is playing this game, Space Engineers. Now, this game is very... Why does it look like he's wiggling? This game is very complicated, but for the complexity of the game, it is also incredibly rewarding. Let's just reset my camera. And what I've been doing is I've been playing survival mode, because you could just jump straight into creative and just build the biggest ship you can, because there's no resources or anything creative. You can just make whatever you want right away. And that's all well and good, but for me personally, I need to know the value of the units before I start. Like, if you just go ahead and build a big ship, you might not necessarily understand the work that's involved to create that large ship. So when you destroy it, it can become a bit plasticky, you know, like, oh, I destroyed my big ship. But if you've played survival first and you know just how much effort goes into creating these things, and then you smash it up, you'll be like, that was immense, that was extreme. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you my first ever ship that I created. And boy, did it take a long time before I even created one ship. So this is the first ship. Now, in theory, if I press... Oh, so you press Control B, and that brings up your saved detail things. And it's like a clipboard. So if I press Control and then V... Yes! Oh, although it's got... It's for some reason, it's pasted what my base looked like at the time as well. I'm guessing, but that's... Maybe because I was, like, docked? Maybe, so I'm not going to show you the base, but that's my meagre existence. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What's that? That's nothing. Well, in survival, it's an awful lot, I'll be honest. So here we are. My first ever ship, and I'm so incredibly pleased with it. So it's a little mining ship. I've got 2 drills, and what happens is... Okay, so I've got 2 drills at the front. Let's go down underneath. And I've got these spotlights, because it's getting a bit dark mining, so I've got spotlights I can turn on and off. And you can see that the 2 drills are connected, let's go, with this one tube. So if this drill mines, the ore goes into that drill, that tube, and then into this drill. And then the one tube comes out of the bottom, you can see it there. So it comes out of the drill here, and then up this way, up around the side, and it continues here, and it goes straight into this cargo container, which has, on the back, a little docking port. So I can then dock with my station, and I can transfer the materials I've gathered out. I did have a dropper on it, but the dropper that like spits out ore, but it's like bleep, bleep. I think it spits out like maybe 1 unit, and considering this cargo container, which is a large container, can hold 270,000, it's just a bit too slow. So yeah, that's that. I've only got small thrusters on this because I couldn't create a large thrusters because I couldn't afford it. What I do have is here I've got an ore detector. I've got a beacon because I did lose this ship in space. Like, I was flying, I was talking, I got distracted, and I died because I didn't have oxygen in my cockpit, so I suffocated. And I could never find my ship again. I cried. So I've got this device here, which is an oxygen generator, which if you put ice in, it creates oxygen. And you can see that I've connected it to one of the connection points on my cockpit, and I can get into the ship through there. I didn't know whether I should leave that exposed or not, because I figured I had to get into the door, but it seems you can get into the cockpit as well. So I'm not sure about that. On the other side, I have 2 reactors. The thrusters, all small thrusters. It's semi-maneuverable, but I really like it. I'm really pleased with it. I tried to keep the design quite Oh, hello. I tried to keep the design quite streamlined so that I could burrow in and not like knock bits of my vehicle off. It's only got the one little foot on it to dock on stuff, but you don't really need it because you've got the little tube thing. So that's it. That's my first ever ship. I'm going to just fly it for you, of course. V. There we go. So yeah, we've got little thrusters. Let's just see if I can go through there. And it's kind of maneuverable. It's very good in the narrow spaces in the rocks. Ooh. Oh, my pasted station is doing something. So like we can just go down here. If I press Alt, we can negotiate the perils of docking, which I'm not perfect at, but it seems... Okay, so I'm now on the ground, and that should suck together when it's near enough, and you can dock. It will turn orange, so that feels to me very close, but it's not. Still not liking it. Oh, it's paused, I must have said. So there, it goes yellow, and then if I press my docking button, which is 3 or 4 I think, there, I'm now docked. So if I come out, you'll see it's not the straightest docking, but I am now docked and I can transfer my goods. Like, how convenient is that? When this is, oh yeah, just, you can't imagine the amount of time I put into figuring that out. So free is undocked, just fly off. So there we go, we're out the station. PV to reset view, and there we are, that's it. Very simple design. So this is what we should do. I should ram something. Let's just go straight in and aim for the reactor. Oh no! There was so much forward inertia that I was ejected from the station. I completely annihilated that reactor. And there we have it. It hurts me to look at, to be honest. The cockpit's gone. I've suffered some catastrophic injuries. The ship is so damaged. But yeah, my first ship, I had 2 small reactors on. No, 2 large reactors, but reactors for a large ship. Oh, so the station's floating. I hit the station and now it's got its own little floating course. There it goes, it's off. Bye, station. Space engineers, man. Oh, it's so good. The potential for this game is gigantic. That's just the first thing I've done. But anyway, more Space Engineers to come if you're interested in seeing it. I'm really loving it. I can't wait till I get to the skill level where I can just go into creative and be like, right, let's build a ship. Bang, build a ship. Will I ever get there? I don't know. Anyway, I've been Table. Thanks so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join the Legion of Charm. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Stay charm. Have I said that already? I might have. But one more thing, most importantly of all,